ONGC is the one in focus. Sudhir Vasudeva, CMD at the company, joins in on the show. Mr. Vasudeva, always good to have you on the show. You've signed an agreement with the US energy major ConcoPhillips for shale gas and other deep water exploration opportunities as well. Explain to us the scope of the arrangement and what kind of expertise does your new partner bring in for ONGC?
See, ConcoPhillips is the third largest E&P company of USA and the fifth largest refiner of US. And like you already know that shale gas and deep water are two areas of immediate focus all around the world. And they have expertise in both these areas. So what we are hoping is that they'll be able to join us in our eastern coast discoveries, in bringing them to development, and also help us in shale gas opportunities as and when they come, when the government announces these auctions. And they also have properties in shale gas in other parts of the world like USA and other places, so we'll be able to join them there as well. So this is the expertise and the business which we expect from this MOU.
Morning, Mr. Vasudeva. This is Nikunj Dalmia also joining in. Now, does your JV also entail any kind of an equity participation at the current stage, or does this have scope for the same in the future? And have you got any indications from your foreign JV partner that they are interested in picking up equity in any of your key blocks?
This is not a JV at this stage. This is only a memorandum of understanding, but there's always a possibility of taking this to next level where equity participation also can come in.
Mr. Vasudeva, you also recently awarded the NEL blocks. You have cornered 6 blocks, in fact, 4 as operator and 2 as minority partner. Out of the 16 areas that the government awarded for oil and gas exploration, what is it that you will develop and plans be regarding the same, and by when will you start the commercial production?
It is very difficult. Like you very well know that in case of this thing deep water, the total time frame is of the order of 8 years and all that. So in the first phase, you have to start with exploration, etc., which itself is 3 to 4 years, and then you have to take it to the next stage of drilling and appraisal, etc. So at this stage, it is very premature to say anything as to how much time and what is the potential of these fields, of these blocks.
Mr. Vasudeva, we understand that Cain India along with ONGC, both the companies have written to Prime Minister regarding some reduction in cess, which government actually had levied in the budget. Have you heard anything from the Prime Minister's office or from the Oil Ministry on possibility of a reduction in oil cess?
Like I was telling your colleagues from the print media, that it is not expected that the government would react immediately across the table, or if you write a letter, do you expect a reply immediately? All these things need deliberations, examination, etc. We have made our point, and I'm sure government will revert soon.
Mr. Vasudeva, you've emerged as the top investor among PSUs in the year 2011. How much capex have you planned for 2012? And due to the higher cess and higher subsidy burden, how much of that planned capex is going to get impacted?
See, our total outlay for the next year is about 33,065 crores to be precise, so about $6.5 billion. And talking about capex, our capital projects and capital procurements are just about 15,000 crores out of this 33,000 crores. This is, I'm talking about only ONGC. I'm not talking about the ONGC group like MRPL or ONGC. And like I was telling, that the impact of this cess increase is about 4,500 crores, and service tax and excise duty burden put together about 5,000 crores. But it is not really going to impact our outlay for the next year, because I am hopeful that we'll keep on getting remunerative prices. What is important to understand is that entire outlay of ONGC is supported through internal resource generation. So we only hope that the government considers our plea and then gives us remunerative prices so that we are able to generate enough revenue or internal resources to sustain our production for next year and onwards.
Assuming all circumstances they remain same for ONGC, including subsidy and international crude prices, what kind of realization do you foresee for ONGC in the forthcoming quarters?
See, talking about this thing, gross realization and net realization, the net realization for the first 9 months is about $58.51. And it is not very easy to say what is going to be the subsidy burden, because the quarter is just about to end in next 2 days, and then the under recoveries would be calculated and subsidy burdens would be announced thereon. But we only, if we calculate, theoretically, if it is, let's say, 12,000 crores which we have paid in the third quarter, and if the next quarter also remains as much because oil prices have remained firm, and in the fourth quarter as well, then our net relation would fall below $50. And this is what can, it will not cause immediately alarm in the sense that we have cash and surplus, but we'll have to dip into our cash and surplus to sustain our operations for next year.
Mr. Vasudeva, you've indicated earlier that you are looking closely at Cove Energy in consortium with GAIL. What stage are your talks in, and are you still in the fray?
I would rather not comment on, because these kind of deals are, we always keep on discussing many deals. There are many irons in the fire, but any talk at premature this thing level can only harm the deal rather than providing any help to that.
So let's nail it down to, if not names, maybe specific geographies. Insiders are of the view that ONGC is scouting for something big and important in Canada, one, and the other one is Venezuela.
Okay, let me at least let the cat out of the bag in the sense that we are very keen to have at least a presence or a foothold in shale gas. So that is definitely our area of priority. But other than that, we are open to anything. Wherever we get opportunity, whether it is conventional oil, it is unconventional oil, with oil sands or anything, we are open to that.